students of Uganda Christian University, I'd like to welcome you to this orientation as we prepare to open up the university virtually. I have a welcome note for you. I'll just take you very quickly regarding the online versus face-to-face learning, the skills required by you as an online learner, then students' online assessment and preparation of assignments, and of course the technical factors that could impact on your learning and assessment. Welcome to this virtual semester. My name is Dr. Stephen Chakulumbi, and I'm the chairperson of the ODL committee, which comprises of 7 other members. In addition to welcoming you to this virtual semester, I'd like to give you some helpful information and a few hints for successful completion of your courses. In the first place, many of you could be getting confused whether there is a difference between learning online and face-to-face learning. So on the left-hand side, online learning has its characteristics, and normally, one, it is normally asynchronous, different time and different places. The instructor needs, and they are prepared to have positive attitude and open mind about learning new things and interacting with you in this digital world. You, the students, you need to depend more on the facilitation, assignment, clarification and completion, and of course feedback that we shall be providing you as your instructors. And majority of the communication will be from the student to instructor and student to student, involving quite a number of non-verbal asynchronous correspondences, like forums, live chats, among others. And it is less about teaching and more about facilitating, so that your efforts is to think critically, apply and make sense of the new knowledge. Now, the one which is traditional that we are migrating you from for now due to this COVID, that's face-to-face, is predominantly synchronous, where we are in the same place in the lecture room, we are in the same time, we see you and interact with you face-to-face. There is minimal or no digital interaction, except when there is some mix, which we call blended learning. And we help you to plan on getting and feedback about your learning and performance whenever you attend class. It is more in-depth dialogue and conversation, where we crack jokes and talk to one another. And it is traditionally more focused on teaching information, like lectures as you are aware, and less about facilitating your efforts to think critically and apply and make sense of the new knowledge. So the digital era has severely disrupted this, and as a student, you need to be able to find information online. So that is what makes online learning a little bit different from face-to-face, which is a brick and mortar model. So what are the skills you require as an online learner? One, you need to be self-paced. By self-paced, on the left-hand side, I'm saying try to set your schedules ready. Nobody is going to tap you to say, where's your schedule? When do you complete assignments? When are you prepared to go into the discussion forum? You need to be persistent and tolerant to technical problems, and therefore, I advise that keep trying and ask for help from your instructors, ask for help for people who are at the back end of the courses to give you support, that we shall call the non-editing teachers. Effective time management skills is critical. Students, try to review the syllabus for each of your courses and generate your own to-do list on a daily basis. Have a learning log. What do you want to do when? Of course, guided by the schedule that you find that your instructors will give you. You need effective and appropriate communication skills, and take note of communication channels provided by your instructors. They'll give you these beforehand, and if there is any change that is going to be made, There will be an announcement that will be constantly made and emailed to you by your instructors. You need some basic technical skills. Some of these include the ability to create new documents, to use a word processing program, to navigate the internet, and of course to download some software. At least basic technical skills. You need reading and writing skills because you are going to work with a lot of soft copy documents in addition to the printed media which is provided through the library services, through public libraries, wherever you are located. You need a lot of motivation and independence. You need personal reasons for studying, dear students. This studying is not lecturer imposed. No, you have your reasons as to why you are online to study a course unit that is facilitated by one of your facilitators. And you need a moderate, stroke a good study environment. This is really peaceful and quiet environment, especially if you are to have access to interactions with your instructors and with your fellow students. Now, something I want to draw your attention to is the student online assessment awareness and preparation. You are aware, students, that assessment is a critical component of your learning. It is where you are going to gauge whether learning takes place or is not taking place on a continuous basis. So some of the problems that students face are the ones that I highlight here as you prepare for your online assessment. One, saving your work, saving your answers, frequently using the save button. It looks something that is obvious, but many students have ended up submitting no file and they think they have submitted a file. So the saving is very critical. The organization of your work on your desktop so that you know which course unit on the desktop is due for submission. Then in terms of submission, please make sure you click the submit for grading either once, but mainly at times if it is not going, not more than twice. When you do a test, when you do a quiz, and continue at the end of the test to click submit to submit your assignment. We have created a number of videos to illustrate some of these, but now this is just a narrative of the expectation. Focus on completing the test or assignment. Do not open that program you're going to use for learning called Moodle on multiple devices or browse the internet on other windows. This will affect the harmonization of your learning. If you find that there is some inactivity during the test or during an assignment which is due at a certain time, if you're completing the test and there is no interaction between you and the Moodle, which is our learning management system for a long time, you may be logged out of the system and you may need to log in. So if you find the Moodle is hanging, you cannot do anything, please re-log in, log out and log in so that the page is fresh. In case you find problems, should you encounter problems, please take a screenshot. Of course, when you got your keyboard, you just click or press the button of print screen on your keyboard and email it to your lecturer or your tutor and copy to the University ODL Center. The eLearning email is provided. That will be evidence for us to follow up any challenges that you are having while online. There are some technical factors that impact on the type of assessments that you undertake. You may have limited data students or no data, and this will affect your internet connection to the learning management system. You may have low speed, low bandwidth, and therefore saving and moving to the next question could be impacted. So that's why we said that prepare before time. Save some data to finalize the assignment so that you do not default on assignment submission. You should take a note that online examinations are always timed. Hence, they should ensure that you have a stable internet connection. Now, internet connection, there are so many modems now which are available, which have very good signal, the 4Gs. You could buy this and put it GB or 5 GB especially if you know you are prepared to submit your assignment so that you don't miss about the deadlines. You should not double click on the exam to open it. You should only click once on a link that can be provided by your lecturer, wait for it to load, otherwise the system will freeze and it will lead you to panic. And panic in an online environment is so bad. You need to be in an online environment, relaxed, with all the nerves free and not at tension. You should then click the save button to record each answer. Save, save, save button as you progress if you're doing an examination. You should make sure that you have logged out of Moodle, learning management system, from all other devices before, if you're doing an assessment. I know I'm bringing it too early, but assessment is critical at this moment. When accessing your online assessments, make use of different devices. Do not make use of different devices, because multiple devices can make your access to tests difficult. Using those different devices to access the LMS will affect the submission and the recording of the specific examination. So please guard against some of these. I know there are temptations. You could have your laptop, you have another phone, no. Please have one, make sure it has good internet, close the rest, and have a focused learning during an assessment. You should always use latest versions of Google Chrome, or Mozilla Firefox, because those are the web browsers that are very common. Many of you students, I know you are having Internet Explorer, you're having other things. At least try. You could get someone to help you to upgrade to the latest version of Chrome or Mozilla Firefox as your web browser. All in all, in case of failure to submit your assignments due to technical related issues, gather your evidence, defend this, use this to defend your case to your instructor, and the same will be used at the faculty. So I wish you a very great semester to you all. It is very easy, it's not hard. If others have done it, what about you? For more learning about online distance education for students, access the course at that link. Just click it, it will direct you there. Or you can contact us at the email address provided there, and the telephone number is also given. A great semester. I wish you well, my dear students.